It's Wednesday, February 12th, 2020, and here's what's happening. New York's governor is trying to lower local jail costs. The details next. Plus, how the community is helping police canines train.
And a live look downtown from the DoubleTree Hotel shows you the mostly cloudy skies, and that'll remain the story, but big winter storm coming our way. We'll talk about it next as the news starts right now.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Justin Gould. Our top story: as jail populations continue to plummet across the state, New York's governor is proposing to allow counties to opt into regional lockups instead of solely operating their own facility. The legislation from Governor Andrew Cuomo is one in a long list of policy proposals included in his state budget, which lawmakers continue to hold hearings on this week. The governor's office says the legislation will allow counties to lower costs by not maintaining their own separate facility. Newly released data from the state shows that New York's total jail population plunged by 30% from January 2019 to last month. Most of that decline has come in the past few months, something reform advocates say is tied to the rollout of a new state law that eliminates cash bail for the wide majority of misdemeanors and nonviolent crimes. Now, savings from jail operations say they can be used for other things like mental health services and drug treatment. The bail law, which went into effect at the beginning of this year, spurred a fierce political debate that pitted drug justice advocates against prosecutors and law enforcement officials. Well, back here in the city of Jamestown, a woman is facing several charges after allegedly threatening a person with a baseball bat yesterday. Jamestown police tell us they were dispatched to a past tense harassment call at a West 6th Street address. Through investigation, officers allege that 47-year-old Mary Myers threatened a woman with a bat. Myers was arrested and charged with second-degree menacing in that case. Police say she was taken to Jamestown City Jail and later released with an appearance ticket. And some smoothie kits sold at local Wegmans stores are being recalled due to the possibility of them containing listeria. The recalled products are under the Blend Topica brand, and they're sold out of 7-ounce frozen superfood smoothie packages, which include the Superfood Energy, Immunity, Detox, and Strength. Any of the product mentioned here can be returned to our Wegmans service desk for a full refund. Questions can be directed to support at blendtopica.com, or you can give them a call. We have all of that information at WNYNewsNow.com. Well, members of the Jamestown community are lending a hand to law enforcement canine units by helping them train for real-world scenarios. WNY News Now's Craig McFadden joins us with more on this story. Hey, Craig.
Hey, Justin. Yesterday, police canines and their handlers from Chautauqua and Cattaraugus counties met at the Hartley Resale Center lot on Washington Street in Jamestown to brush up on their search skills. Deputy Jason Beekner, the Chautauqua County Sheriff Office senior canine handler, says the dogs are trained to find explosives or narcotics that deputies hide at vehicles at the lot. Deputy Beekner explained that when working in the field, the dogs don't always get a chance to be rewarded, so the weekly training session is an opportunity to show appreciation for their hard work.
We just try to make it as real life as possible. We'll kind of set it up, put them out, let them sit there for a little while. We'll put people in the cars to make it as realistic as humanly possible, and then we'll just deploy the dogs as we would on a normal traffic stop or any scenario that we would get.
Additionally, he says bringing dogs and handlers from various departments together makes it easier for the units to work together in the field.
So we know the ins and outs of each dog and each handler's abilities and the downfalls of each dog. So when we train together, we can find whose dog is going to be the most accurate and most able to provide ride out on the street.
The deputy says another important reason for the training is to get the dogs familiarized with the community and the community comfortable with the dogs.
They have a job to do, and they're going to do it to their best of their ability, and sometimes that is a little bit of a scary process, but the dogs are very sociable, very decent, and they work fantastic in pretty much any opportunity they're given.
Jamestown Police, Lakewood Bust-Eye Police, and Cattaraugus County's Sheriff's Office K-9 units joined the Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office for the training. Now, Justin, Deputy Buechner thanked the car dealership for allowing the use of their parking lot and vehicles. He says his team is always looking for new places to train. Community members who are interested in loaning the department a vacant house property, wooded area, or open space are asked to call the sheriff's office. We have a link with more information at WNYNewsNow.com.
Well, thank you, Craig, for your reporting. Such a great story.
Absolutely.
And really awesome to see the dogs out. And I know yesterday it was kind of very interesting how we sort of got tipped off to this. We have a policy in our newsroom where we're really, thankful for community tips. And we love getting them.
Right.
So more the merrier. But sort of after a few, a good half a dozen tips roll in about the same thing, we usually say, we better send somebody to go check this out. And that's exactly what we did. And we came across, and it wasn't a crime scene or anything like that, which people originally maybe thought, search dogs, things like that. But just a police training, and really good to see, too, that community support from local businesses saying, here, you can use this lot, you can use this warehouse, and really great to see, too, because as you reported in the story, the dogs working together, really becoming more familiarized with not just each other, but different locations, certainly, I'd imagine, helps out quite a bit. So.
Absolutely, and I believe that it was a very, very cool of the cops to actually be open to be covered, and they weren't like being secretive about it. Because one of the big things for me is that having a police law enforcement have a close relationship with the community that they watch over. And for the cops to actually allow us to come in and cover them and to be transparent with it, I thought was a great thing.
Yeah, it really was. And it just goes to show you about our wonderful community here, and that they are so close to the community, where the community gives them these resources like that to help them out with places to train, comes together, and the fact that they are so open to going to schools and bringing in the dogs and showing kids and talking to the news media and things like that. So it's a great job, and we thank the deputy and the rest of really everyone involved there for that training, and we wish them well. They're certainly studying hard.
Right.
I mean,
I'm not getting too close to the dogs.
No. They're certainly they're working hard. That's for sure. So it looked amazing. Got to say hello to Samantha, Lori, and hello to Joe. Hopefully you're all having a good day. We thank you so much for being here with us. Let's switch gears and get a check of our First Defense weather forecast. And Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter, you've been busy this morning tracking some winter weather that's coming our way in just the next couple of days here.
Indeed, Jay. And Craig, it's happy to see you on the anchor desk there. And I think my microphone is, there it is. But anyway, it's nice to see you on the anchor desk, Craig. But anyway, as we take a look at First Defense Doppler radar on the live stream, we have absolutely nothing going on today. So enjoy the afternoon, because it's not going to stay that way for long. Winter weather advisories are up for the entire area. Now, these expire all at the same time, which makes our life easier. They all expire at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. And this is mainly for the snow and the sleet that's coming our way tonight and then early tomorrow morning. So get ready for that. Get the shovels ready, because there could be some slick spots as well. So make sure you have the ice handy as well. And just like on Ice Road Truckers, we're going to be feeling like, up there in Canada where they have the Ice Road Truckers. We're going to go from 32 tomorrow down to 14 on Friday. Now, again, the high temperature on Friday has been fluctuating up and down. It really doesn't matter where we're going to end up. Just know that Valentine's Day is going to be frigid, but we do rebound on Saturday with the aid of some plentiful sunshine, which will be nice. 32 was the high yesterday, 24 was a low this morning, and that's not too far off from where we should be this time of the year. 69 and 17 below zero are in the record books for today. We'll go hour by hour for you, and mainly just partly to mostly cloudy through the day. Temperature seasonable. This is where we should be for this time of the year, but as we hinted, big changes are coming away over the next 24 to 48 hours. We'll break it all down in just a few minutes. Jay, back to you.
Alrighty, Dakota, thank you very much. Coming up, a lot more to tell you about why Jamestown's mayor is in Albany. And later, how a new club at Jamestown High School is working to empower young women. That and more as we roll along.
coverage that matters. This is WNY News Now.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Not tomorrow, but right now on the WNY News Now mobile app. Follow local news as it happens.
The mother of a special education student at Maple Grove High School is speaking out.
And stay informed with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network.
And Lake Erie is covered in less than 1% of ice as this winter season has entered its peak.
Download the WNY News Now app right now. It's free on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
Every cookie sold in the Girl Scout Cookie Program helps girls learn lifelong lessons in people skills, decision making, money management, goal setting, and business ethics. It's amazing how much you can learn from a cookie. The Girl Scout Cookie Program. Think outside the box.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
And welcome back. Two Chautauqua County mayors are in Albany this week lobbying for more state funding for local roadways. Jamestown Mayor Eddie Sundquist and Dunkirk Mayor Willie Rosas met with Assemblyman Andrew Goodell, State Senator George Burlow, and State Senator Tim Kennedy. Now, Sundquist says since 1987, the state has provided the same level of funding to assist cities with road work, and the mayor believes they should do more to help local municipalities like Jamestown. The mayors are in the state capitol attending a New York State Conference of Mayor meeting. And in tech news, a massive $26 billion telecom deal, years in the making, has finally been approved. A federal judge ruled this week that T-Mobile and Sprint, the nation's third and fourth largest wireless carriers, will now be allowed to merge. Efforts have dragged on for years to bring the two companies together. The judge says in his ruling he didn't think the companies would pursue anti-competitive behavior, rejecting the lawsuit by a dozen U.S. states. The new company will keep the T-Mobile name. Sprint's stock soared more than 70% after the ruling, and T-Mobile spiked 12% in early trading days this week. The deal could be finalized as early as April. The company says the merger will employ 11,000 more full-time people than the standalone companies would have over the next 4 years. Well, cases of the novel coronavirus now top 43,000 worldwide, with more than 100,000 deaths. Here in the United States, health officials are now confirming an increase to 13 cases of the disease. Reporter Whitney Wild brings us the latest from Washington, D.C.
Each new emerging infectious disease can present us with surprises.
The Centers for Disease Control now says 13 people in the United States have contracted the novel coronavirus, a small fraction of the more than 43,000 cases in 27 countries and territories.
We have active efforts to find and evaluate people who are under investigation as possible cases.
Health officials note the U.S. cases have presented either mild or moderate symptoms, far less severe than the deadly infections observed in China. So far, coronavirus has claimed more than 1,000 lives, including a U.S. citizen in Wuhan, China. Hong Kong and the Philippines have each recorded one death from the virus. Complicating the response, the circumstances in which the virus is spreading differ around the world.
The circumstances in the different settings require different responses, different intensity, different strategies.
The CDC says the virus is thought to be transmitted through respiratory droplets, similar to the flu. At an event Tuesday, the World Health Organization pointed out there currently is no cure. The effects are rippling around the world, with air travel disrupted and cruise ships docked, leaving passengers quarantined.
We're each other's support right now, and if one of us gets sick, we'd have to go to the hospital without the other one.
In Washington, I'm Whitney Wild reporting.
All right, Whitney, thank you very much. Researchers are working on a vaccine for that deadly virus. They say if everything goes as planned, we could see a worldwide vaccine in less than 5 years. Well, a recent study reveals that Pluto's frozen heart planetary feature beats and creates nitrogen wind. Take a look. The heart-shaped feature is officially called Tombaugh Regio, and it was discovered during a flyby back in 2015. It's the white heart on the middle lower right side of this image. During the daytime, Pluto's frozen nitrogen heart warms up enough to become a vapor, and at night it condenses and turns back into ice. Researchers refer this as Pluto's heartbeat, and they say it controls atmospheric circulation of nitrogen winds around that planet, and that wind may be responsible for sculpting the intriguing landscape on Pluto's surface. Certainly is amazing that love, Dakota, is felt those many, many miles away.
Mm-hmm. And even though Pluto is actually not even a planet anymore, it's a dwarf planet.
Yes, that's very true. They did that. There was a big debate on that,
Yeah.
I remember. Where
I mean, I think the reason they kind of downgraded it to a dwarf planet was because I think Pluto lost some of its gravitational. Gravitational. I think it lost some of its pull in the solar system. The gravitational pull is what I was trying to say, but I think that's the reason why they downgraded it. So
yeah, and it's cool to see. The heart obviously is just a coincidence, but certainly nice for this Valentine's Day and to see the beating.
Yeah,
not caused by any organic phenomenon, but what are you going to do? Well, certainly a lot of people.
I will not pursue that comment any further because I think I know where Jay was going with that.
I wasn't going anywhere. I meant organic, like it's not us. Like
right.
Not like a human. That's what I meant.
Let's go to weather.
What did you mean?
Never mind.
No, I want to know.
No, I mean, I am not going to say it because if I say it, I am going to get myself in trouble. So I'm not even going to say it. Let's go straight to weather. Let's take a look at live first defense Doppler radar. We have nothing going on. This is over the past few hours. You can see nothing, and it will stay that way through the day today. And so I hope you enjoy this because it's not going to be staying that way for long. As we put the satellite imagery on here and zoom the radar out, this is our storm system that, of course, we've been talking about all week long. It is now centered basically kind of in Oklahoma, south of Kansas, going up this way. But you can see this flooding rain that's impacting parts of the south here, going up into southern. That's essentially now the snow's on the northern end. The warmer side is the southern end here. So you can see all this rain that's impacting parts of Missouri down into Tennessee and Alabama. A lot of flooding going on there. But we're going to be on the colder side of this storm. And speaking of that, look at where these winter storm, all these warnings are in effect from all the way from Kansas all the way up into New England. This is essentially advisories, wind chill warnings up here, up in that direction, and flood warnings down here, down to the south where all that heavy rain has been. So winter weather advisory in place for the entire area. The whole map is colored in purple. So if you're watching me right now, you are under a winter weather advisory. That's kind of the way it goes. So this all expires at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Makes our life easy because they all expire at the same time, which is nice. So, let's talk about the impacts here. So tomorrow the impacts are mainly going to be from snowfall. Now, we think in general snowfall tonight will likely range about 2 to 4 inches, maybe another few inches tomorrow. Now, when you work out toward the eastern southern tier, going out toward central New York, we may mix in some sleet. But again, some sleet definitely could be possible in the western southern tier. Going into Friday, Arctic front plows on through. Tomorrow night into Friday drops our temperature. So temperature and wind chill values will be a big deal Friday. We're likely talking wind chills below 0 for Thursday, essentially for early Thursday night, going into Friday. and then Friday night, early Saturday. So get ready for that. And, I mentioned during the first weather segment how our high temperature for Friday's been fluctuating up and down. It doesn't really matter where we end up, but just know it's going to be cold. But if we do end up hitting somewhere in this range here, we will have a top 5 coldest Valentine's Day on record dating back 100 years. So it's going to be cold. All right, here we go with Future Scan. Brand new run of the in-house model. Nothing through the afternoon. Now, the model tries to show rain coming in first. Not buying that idea. I think it'll start as snow. And you can see it'll start from south to north with the advance of the storm system. And then this has been the big debate here with this whole forecast. Where is this going to be? This pink line is the sleet and the potential freezing rain in some areas. And, the new model guidance has kind of shoved this off to the east. So I think the better chance for this is going to be off to the east. But again, if you live in the western southern tier going out into northwest PA, you still could have a wintry mix at some point. But the better chance for this is going to be off to the east. So snow totals will be a little bit lower out here because of the presence of that warmer air. Then it changes over to all snow. Now watch the wind direction come shooting right across Lake Erie. That'll trigger a lake response with very frigid air coming across a relatively warm water of Lake Erie. That'll trigger a lake response. So we'll see some lake effect snow showers Thursday night and then going into Friday. Potential snowfall totals here going all the way through Friday, probably about 6 to 8 inches right on the highest hills. Again, we always tell you focus on this lower number, not the highest number. If you get anything more than that, that's a bonus. 3 to 5 inches across much of the area. And then obviously once you drop further south and east, a little bit lower totals there because you'll have the mixing going on. So Metrocast through the day today, around 1 o'clock, 32 degrees, more clouds than sun. But again, some sunshine peaks are definitely possible. It continues mostly cloudy, 34 degrees at 5 o'clock. Then as we go to 10 o'clock, snow will start. It'll spread from south to north as we go throughout the night. All right, take a look at the future. 7 days down the road we go. 32 degrees tomorrow. I think that's going to be a morning high. We might actually slip back through the afternoon. 2 to 5 inches essentially through the day. Sub-zero wind chills Friday. Look at those lows. 10 Friday morning. A goose egg to start Saturday morning, but we do rebound into the upper 20s with some plentiful sunshine. And then we warm up again going into next week with a few rain and snow showers next Tuesday. Justin?
All right, Dakota, thank you very much. Norm joins us now with a look at what's coming up in sports.
Yes, Justin. Up next, the Jamestown Tarp Skunks got signed their first player for the upcoming 2020 season. That and more when WNY News Now returns.
There's an old saying, there's no news in the newsroom. Well, it's true. The time I spend at the anchor desk is just part of my day. Most of our time is spent gathering stories in the community, stories that matter to you. We can't do it alone, and we need your help. When you see breaking news or have a news tip we should know about, drop us a line on Facebook today, email our news desk, or call our newsroom at 488-7226 so we can bring those stories straight back to you.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first. WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Happy Hump Day, sports fans, and welcome back to WNY News Now. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. Earlier this morning, the rebranded Jamestown Tarp Skunks signed their first player for the upcoming season, reeling in Johnny Camps IV, a catcher from Wagner University. A sophomore, Camps will begin his second year playing Wagner University baseball in just a couple days. In his freshman campaign, Camps started 34 out of 37 games behind the plate, batting 183 with a home run and 5 RBIs. The Tarp Skunks will begin their regular season on May 29th. On Tuesday, Nick Siffringer and Noah West of the Jamestown Rebels were named the top 2 NAHL Eastern Division Stars of the Week. Named the top star of the week for the East, Siffringer totaled 4 points in Jamestown's 2-game series versus the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton Knights. In Game 1 last Friday, Siffringer had a pair of goals, then had 1 goal and 1 assist in Saturday's game. Between the pipes both games, second star Noah West saved 66 out of 67 shots. saving all 40 in the Rebels' 3-0 victory Friday and 26 out of 27 in their 6-1 victory Saturday. Jamestown's next game will be on Friday night at 7:30 against the Johnstown Tomahawks. Also happening earlier this morning, the NFL made the decision to reinstate Myles Garrett of the Cleveland Browns, who received an indefinite suspension in November for hitting Steelers quarterback Mason Rudolph with his own helmet. As a result, Garrett missed the final 6 games of the regular season, in which Cleveland went 2-4 without him in the starting defensive lineup. This is not the first time Garrett has gone through disciplinary action in the NFL, as he's accumulated more than $50,000 in fines in the 2019 season for multiple roughing the passer penalties. The number 1 pick in the 2017 NFL Draft finished last season with 10 sacks prior to receiving the indefinite suspension. That's it for sports today. Back to Justin and Dakota.
All right, Norm, thank you very much. Well, Jamestown High School has a new club to support and rally young women. The Brave Girls Club recently held an event to highlight how empowering young women to find worth and value is also a direct correlation to combating human trafficking here. The team of young adults and mentors are taking the initiative to help students dig deeper with this concern and develop skills and support to cope with real-life scenarios. Any female student at the school who would like to join that effort to build life skills, social supports, and strong friendships is invited to join the club. The Brave Girls Club meets every 2 weeks, but they hope to extend that experience with field trips, community activities, and fun events in the future. Certainly
Fantastic.
amazing.
I like that.
Yeah, really. And great to see, too, building relationships, I think, is one of the biggest things, whether you're in kindergarten or at the nursing home. I mean, honestly, throughout life, it's all about relationships and the things that we form.
Yeah.
And certainly, maybe easy for us to say because our job's all about relationships, right? And, and talking to newsmakers, Norm talking to people with the sports teams, Justin talking to people with stories that we're covering, you talking to weather officials, even if it's just through general email communication about, hey, when's this warning, questions, things like that. But that's really what it's all about. And that's in my opinion, what life's all about, especially like coming up on Valentine's Day, right? Way too commercialized. My girlfriend and I really don't celebrate it too much. But the thing is just taking that idea of telling the people that are around you that you love them and you appreciate them, that should be more than just one day throughout the year. I'm getting off my soapbox.
But I mean, you're right though, because it's like, I say it all the time. It's like, the holidays have really become commercialized.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all about, trying to find the most expensive gift and trying to give that. Who cares about that? I mean, it's like, for me, I don't really need a very expensive gift. I mean, just the thought counts.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care what it is. I mean, it could be nothing as far as I care. It could be, I'm not a huge fan of cards, but I mean, if you give me a card, grateful.
Yeah, absolutely. So hopefully everybody's having a good day, and if you are participating in Valentine's Day, the time's a ticking. So
yeah,
if you ordered your gift yesterday,
it might not
arrive in time.
That's a problem.
Gotta say hello to TR. Hopefully you're doing well. Thanks for being here. Hello to Jason. Hello to Lynn. Amy. She says aliens. Yeah, aliens about that Pluto story.
Yeah.
Dakota thought I was talking about...
No. Do not mention it. No.
Do you remember the NPR style? Dakota thought I was talking about climate change.
Oh.
He doesn't like talking about climate change. We won't do that.
Send the hate. Do not send the hate mail to me. Send the hate mail to justin.gould@wnnewsnow.com.
Are you a believer in aliens?
Weather producer Andrew chimes in. He says, don't like the cold. In 4 or 5 months, it will be too hot. That's true.
You're either complaining about the cold or the weather. Like, that's life around here.
That's true. Anyway, let's take a look at the forecast for tonight. 26 to 32 by the morning. We start dry early. Then widespread snow develops from south to north. Some spots will range probably 1 to 2 inches, but most everybody 2 to 4 inches by the morning hours. And the snow will continue into tomorrow and Valentine's Day. Frigid.
That's the story. All right, Dakota, thank you.
You're welcome.
Friday's going to be interesting. I looked at the assignment board, and I'm going to the Ice Castle on Friday night. Should be really fun.
It's going to be cold,
I'm going there later today, actually, to do a preview story, and then on Friday. So I'm gonna bundle up with those jackets.
Yes, you should.
The JRSC jacket. I'm gonna bundle,
jacket,
scarf
layers.
it, just the whole thing.
Yep.
So if you don't want to see the cold, you can watch it live on our page, and just think of me, please.
Yeah,
please. And my photographer. All right, Dakota, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's gonna do
you're
it.
snuggled up on your couch with your Snuggie and the hot chocolate.
Just put the suit jacket over. We're live here. Wait, there's a prop back here. We're live at the Ice Castle. What do you think? Are you freezing your Nimrads up?
See you tomorrow.
I broke Dakota.
See you tomorrow.